Good morning folks, and welcome to a little update from the back garden. As you can see, the strawberry plants, the bare rooty ones I put in the other week, are now got some nice new growth, and you can see the very bright coloured leaves. Now when you get dead leaves like that, just get a pair of scissors and cut them off, because they'll just attract disease. And you can see how, oh, that one's been taken off. This here is because this runner what I've put in had the starts of another runner, and when they picked these bare rooted plants they never cut them off. So that's a job I'll do another time. So they're all looking good. These ones were put in a bit later, but you can see they've got new growth, so they'll be alright. You have to try and get it right, a mixture of not too much water and not too dry. Now these are looking as though I've given them too much water, but as you can see, lots of new growth. They'll be okay. In a few days time they'll be looking like the ones like those. Now these lady had a nibble at, hence the wire. Now I can see here we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that one's got, so they're all okay, but just make sure they're protected from lady. And again in here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 all got growth. This one not looking quite so good, but I think these were, they may have, I didn't put these in, and I'm thinking something's gonna miss here. I'm not too fussed though, because I've still got all these to go in. There's about 40-50 plants there, and the problem is I keep getting let down with the compost delivery, and I've got nowhere to put them. Right, so that's the bit on the strawberries. Now let's show you what's happening in the garden. As you can see, this area here has been tidied up nicely. We've got the helleborus, that's these here. They were flowering for months. Just over there, oriental poppy. These are phlox, 1, 2, 3. Now, if you remember, this area, Lady had, my dog, had had a good dig, and especially down this part. So the phlox here were actually, a lot of them were dug out, but they survived. They looked dead. I put them in water, and then now I've put them in another bed, and you'll be able to see that in a minute. Oh, finally, just in the corner there, just there, is a poppy, but it's not a oriental. It's from the seeds. It's just an annual variety. It has most likely got a like a, well, it's not like a, it's more of a pinky purpley flower, if it's the one I believe it is. Okay, so that's that bit done. As you can see, everywhere's been fenced. Everywhere's been fenced, and I've locked the gate here, so we can still go in here if need be. I just have to cut this tie, and then we can go in and do the weeding and what have you. Now I should say that it's looking a bit damp because I'm watering, because this area is going to have a load of annual flowers growing, we hope. I've sprinkled seed, so there should be things like poppies, cornflowers, all sorts of things basically in here. So I'll keep it damp and we'll see what happens. If we come over here, no, yeah, I'll take you over here and we can see this is the new raspberry bed. As you can see, we have got shoots. That's looking quite good. I'm pretty sure that these are autumn ones, and so I don't know. We could possibly get some this year, but I'm not counting on it. I'm planning for next year because what I'm thinking is that this coronavirus is going to carry on. Oh yeah, I think. This is another strawberry bed, but can you see something's been in here? And here. Something's been digging them up. Probably the squirrel. Never mind. I've put a rhubarb in the corner there. So I'm thinking maybe I'll put some of those strawberry bare-rooted plants into here. Right, you can see all the apple trees now coming out in leaf. I've tidied this up. It was all swept nicely, but Lady has decided that's where she's going to have a little wee and a poo. And you know what dogs are like, they have a good scratch afterwards, and that's hence why the soil's gone there. But anyway, it's looking much better. So this bed, we've tidied up. We've got oriental poppy. This one's the phlox, another oriental poppy. Now, Lady actually got in here and she broke some of this down, but I think it's going to be okay. I think that will recover. If you look up here, we've got loads of new life, and this is a clematis, and it flowers for many months. We haven't got around to. When I say we, I mean I'm got my one of my carers who comes to help me with some cleaning and sitting. Give me a break. He's actually been helping me in the garden, which is great because I am so out of breath at the moment. But anyway, this is the next stage, will be to tidy this bottom part up. But there's a lot of plants in here, so it's not going to look as tidy as elsewhere. But I will. I mean, there is down here. There is a bush growing, and I'll get that all cut down. So. And we'll make sure that the vegetation isn't touching the pear tree, which you can see is in full flower. Doesn't that look beautiful? Let's look at that. It's absolutely fab. And this is the plum tree, and we've got flowers on there as well. I gave this a good trim last year. Not been doing very good on it. It keeps getting brown rot, but and I can see it really needs a prune. But plum trees, you've got to wait until the summer really to prune them. You shouldn't really be doing it in the winter, whereas apple trees you can. We've got tulips out in flower down here, And the yellow daisies, can you see how they're growing in height now? Looking great. Japanese anemone down here, that will flower in the autumn. And we've got lots of phlox growing down here. You can see we've got primulas, polyanthus over there. There's lots of life happening. It will look a lot better once I've kind of tidied it up. Let's come back round here. These need touching up, some of these. I need to place some now. You can see all these empty, well not empty, but you can see all these containers. They're going to be emptied and fresh compost is going to be put in them when it arrives. Now this bed has also had seeds planted, put in it, and I can see that we've got some germination taking place in there, so that's looking really good. I don't know what, I doubt it you'll pick them up on the camera. No, probably a bit too small, but it's looking good, that is. The lavender here, which I grew from seed, needs transplanting. There's 2 here and there's another one over there. And this bed here hasn't been sorted out yet. As you can see, Lady had got in there. But fencing now is put around everything to stop her destroying what we have. Oh, and that, by the way, is Buddleia. So the camellia. It's been another wonderful year for that. It's had lots of lovely flowers for the last few months, and it's one of the things about the camellia is it needs to be watered. It needs to have water in the autumn. That's what the time when it forms the buds. So it's very important that it's either getting a good natural source of water, or you give it a good water in the autumn. You can see we've got tulips coming at the bottom there, the orange and yellow ones, some red, the blue forget-me-nots, and all these with the long leaves. They will all be in flower at some point. I'm just trying to think of the name. It's slipped my mind at the moment. Oh, I can see over there we've got some aquilegia growing. Yeah, so basically, folks, it's coming on. Lots happening. Sorry about the drilling and that. I'm not sure what's going on there. Something in the village. So that's it. Apart from, you can see the polytunnel is in bits. It's totally torn in multiple areas, and basically need a new one. Okay. So we'll leave this conversation, and I'll give you another update probably next week when we get more things done. Quite pleased with how the rhubarb's coming on, although it'd be nice if it was to grow a bit more, but at least we've got new leaves coming out, so that's the important thing. You can see here, can you see how it's more crinkly? That's telling me that's new, freshly come out. I've got another one here and there, and again here. So things are happening. Again, I've put things into these buckets and tubs, in case I have to move house, basically. That's it then, folks. Thanks for watching.